Hello there, I'm Daz. In this video I'm going to be hunting down a copy of each of the 5 block skill books. So these are the copies that I think are going to be the easiest for people to locate. I'm starting at Riverwood and I'm going to be heading to a small bandit camp just south of this settlement in order to obtain a copy of the book Warrior. I'll actually go into third person and pull back the camera just so people don't get confused about which path I'm taking. So I've already cleared out the bandits at this camp. There's only a couple of them. I'll go back to the map once we actually hit the bandit camp. But hopefully people can follow my directions without too many issues. There is also a copy of Warrior at Fort Castav, but that's going to involve fighting a bunch of mages quite early in the game, which is probably not a good idea. And here we are, back to the map as promised. There's Orphan Rock. Okay, and the warrior, or just warrior rather, is there on the floor. You can actually take that one as well, obviously. And a bit of loot. So, for our second block skill book, I'm heading to Whiterun. I'll start at Dragon's Reach because I'm headed to the Hall of the Dead, where we can find a copy of Deathblow of Abernanit. I keep forgetting I'm a wanted man in Whiterun. But I'm only wanted for a small crime, so I don't think I'm going to be thrown in jail. So you'll need to fight a couple of skeletons in this area. Quite flimsy characters. And there we are, Deathblow of Abernanit. And you can also take that one. In fact, all of the skill books I'm going to be showing you in this episode, you'll be able to take, just in case anybody's collecting these for the library. Next, I'm heading to Traitor's Post, which is just outside Windhelm. There we have Windhelm, and there we have Traitor's Post, another bandit camp. And at Traitor's Post we can find a copy of A Dance in Fire Volume 2. I cleared out the bandits not long since, and it looks like they've not had a chance to respawn yet. And there we are. For our fourth book, I'm heading to Redwater Den. This can be a little bit tricky to locate, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So there we have Riften. If you have trouble finding this, the best bet is to head to Heartwood Mill. And at this point, Redwater Den should appear on the map. It's just to the north, as you can see. It should appear on the compass, sorry, from Heartwood Mill. And we do not need to enter Redwater Den. It's just sat on the table. And finally, for our 5th block skill book, I'm going to take you to Forsaken Cave for the copy there. But there are a couple of other options that I'll run through as I'm making my way to this final book. So for people with the anniversary edition, damn. So as I was saying before I was interrupted, for people with the anniversary edition, if you own Hendraheim, the player home, you can find a copy of The Mirror there. It's just past the mannequins. Just past the mannequins in the main hall. And it's on the desk. With a bunch of other books. Also, you can do a fetch quest for Captain Aldis in Solitude, where he will ask you to locate a copy of The Mirror. At which point, a copy of the book will magically spawn in the Palace of the Kings in Windhelm, and if you fetch that for Captain Aldis, he will give you a nice stack of gold as a reward. So, people may prefer any of those. So if you do choose to get the copy from Forsaken Cave, as I'm doing here, you do not need to travel far into the dungeon. Okay, so peace and quiet at last. And here we are, our copy of The Mirror. I'll just go to the local map. So I hope folks have found this useful. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.